You're listening to the Things Podcast, brought to you by the Things Industries.
All right, we are here at the Things Conference podcast, day 2. We are in Amsterdam. My name is Marc Pous. I'm Developer Relations at Edge Impulse and the founder of IoT Stars. And I'm here with Paul to talk about SenArch. Welcome, how are you? How was the first day, by the way?
The first day was great. We had a lot of interesting people coming by our booth. We had some good conversations and there's a lot of interest in trying to build networks in new and interesting ways. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell me more about you and about your company, please.
Yeah, so SenArch is a university spin-out from the Danish Technical University. Our CTO graduated in 2022 with the prototype of what we're now further developing and commercializing. And what we're doing is an off-grid LoRaWAN or NB-IoT gateway, which is completely solar powered and can live without any sun for up to 30 days. Because we're coming from Denmark, we set out the aim was to do a gateway that could survive the Nordic winters. And we succeeded with that by lowering the energy consumption on the system to an absolute minimum without losing performance. So today, without, exaggerating, we can honestly say that we have the market's most reliable off-grid solar-powered LoRaWAN or NB-IoT gateway.
Oh, wow, that's super interesting. So this is what you are presenting, basically?
This is what we present, and our customers are typically those customers who are building networks and can see a benefit in developing the network and deploying the network quickly without having to connect power, either because it's difficult or expensive, sometimes impossible. And in some areas of the world, the source of energy from the grid is very unstable. So with our solution, they can have a very quick deployment, very reliable operation, and they can survive outages.
That's fantastic. And what are the use cases where you think companies or customers are going to get benefit from this technology?
Great question. So our key customers are telcos who are owning and operating commercial LoRaWAN and NB-IoT networks. For instance, Netmore Group is using our solution either to build networks for water meters, to create large areas of dense connectivity. The other customers we have are smart city, municipalities who are wanting to do smart city applications or environmental monitoring. And last but not least, and what I'm going to be talking about in my keynote today, is how our system can be used to detect early detection and prevention of wildfires and flooding and other climate change caused disasters.
Oh, wow. But it's a gateway doing this work, or it's the devices that...
Well, it's the system as a whole. We provide the gateway, which you can set up anywhere outdoors and can connect all these sensors that are capturing all this really important real-time data.
Okay, and how is the gateway connected to it's a cellular backhaul or...
Cellular backhaul or, satellite, or we also have relay where we can bounce the backhaul from gateway to gateway. If we're really remote, we can backhaul it from one gateway to another, back to an area where you have cellular coverage or some kind of internet connection.
Oh, wow.
We also have Wi-Fi built in.
Because it gives you a lot of flexibility, right?
Yes,
Of course. What the customer wants. Yes. No, So how do you see the future of the gateways?
Well, we see the future of IoT and gateways being, more prolific and more covering into areas that traditionally were not possible simply because of the lack of infrastructure. And now we're solving that infrastructure part. So we are able to bring sensors into environments that were not possible in the past.
Because there was no coverage, right?
Yes. And with the new energy harvesting sensors, like for instance from Dracula technology, we can then provide sensors that are battery free, which are both sustainable but also fundamental to make the system work for a long time.
So do you think in the future where devices or most of the devices, at least in this LoRa ecosystem, can be off the grid?
Absolutely. I mean, think about climate change and think about the disasters that we are facing. This is only going to become, the new normal, and it will only increase probably, right? I mean, the climate changes that we're facing are not going to go away tomorrow. So what we need to do, we need to adapt and have the systems in place to predict and detect and solve the problems before they happen.
Yeah.
So, right? And so IoT is a key factor in that, along with AI and other, you could say, data driven processes.
No, that's super interesting, and it makes a lot of sense. And are you exploring other sources of energy? You mentioned solar, but are you?
The big forward-looking statement and the dream that we have is to build, nationwide networks where you're not relying on grid power and batteries, but that you can actually have a sustainable model using renewable energy sources like fuel cells, things like this, maybe wind turbines to drive the whole, maybe, LoRaWAN, MIOT, it could even be 6G, who knows?
Yeah.
But, it makes sense because not only are you cutting down on costs and CO2, but you're also making your network much more reliable because you can survive power outages.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If people want to know more about your technology, what should they do?
Well, I mean, they're very welcome to contact us. The easiest is to probably visit our website, www.senarch.net. And there you can write a message. You can also reach out to us on LinkedIn. And we're here at the show. We're going to be here at next year as well. But we're right here in Europe. We're 100% European company. We produce in Europe. We produce with European products and components. So we're also very cyber resilient.
That's important. Yeah. Because you are you gonna say what you? Well, yeah, cyber resilience act. It's gonna be here and it's gonna be mandatory. So
it's going to be mandatory. Yes.
CRA compliant.
And with the new situation, the new global geopolitical situation where we are de facto at war with Russia, if I can say that, right? I mean, I think that's a pretty. I mean, at least we're in a proxy war with Russia. I think it's important that we think about what type of infrastructure are we deploying for telecommunications and data.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Paul. It was super interesting. A lot of success with this new project. Looks super exciting. I think it's the future. And see you at the next podcast. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.